Hey you, so on this video is coin flipping dead. I'm just going to be giving my views on the current situation and scene when it comes to the collector pieces, and just go over a few of the coins and where I see we currently are, and just some pieces that I've been asked about, and just give my views and thoughts on how I think coin flipping and to date could actually be a thing of the past. It's basically dead. So I'll just break that down. So when I say coin flipping, I specifically mention coin flipping and not collector coins, because I don't feel collector coins will ever be dead. You've got the big mints out there. Let's take this coin for instance, and depending on who you're asking, the mint, I'm sure, will say we make these coins for individuals that want them. So as long as a collector that likes this coin is able to get it, obviously paying a premium, that's mission accomplished for them. The dealers are gonna top that up by basically saying we sell according to demand. So they justify inflating their prices by saying there's a growing demand or a high demand for the coin. We're playing tug of war with a lot of these dealers nowadays, the flippers. So this is why I say, is coins flipping technically is dead. Now it wasn't. You're gonna find flippers in every damn category, but you've got your hardcore collectors that are now screaming, hey, thank God, vultures like Shadow and other flippers ain't having a great time. But I say to them, if you believe that these things have been done in your favor or for you, then you're extremely naive. Looking at the current market, it's, as I've just mentioned, collector coins are there. If you ask the mint, they're just going to say we're able to produce new coins and we're able to sell out those new coins. So how are you seeing it as dead? The coin collector market is still there. They're producing coins of every damn design and variant every other month. But for individuals that once upon a time, I'd say before I even got into the scene, I understand it was, I wouldn't say easy, but coins were just moving real fast. It had a lot of demand. If you was buying coins, for instance, say a lunar coin from the Perth Mint, you was able to get them in. And if you was a flipper, which I could technically fall under that category, you picked up the coin and you wanted to move the coin sooner than later for a profit to do whatever you wanted to do with it. A lot of the older coins, you stood very strong and high chances of making profits off of those coins. You didn't have the situations we've got now with the dealer intervention, looking into the secondary market purchaser's pocket, and then playing, dealer and secondary market seller. You had none of that. You had a good coin. It would come out at the price that the coin before it came out with, or whatever the mint was selling them. Perth Mint usually sells them on their own website, so the dealers would usually mirror that price and take it from there. And then individuals, flippers, collectors, everyone was happy. You was able to hold the piece and maybe sell it on for a profit. And, it was one big, beautiful game. Of course, the entire scene has changed, but I feel why I would say coin flipping in particular is dead currently is because the mints haven't really changed their model. If anything, they've come to the senses and said, look, things like these lunar coins where we're doing 300,000 on the 1 ounce and the likes of, they're good, but they're not fantastic. People are liking this low mintage thing. Low mintage is the thing of the town. It's the talk of the town right now. You bring out a coin, you want to bring it in low mintage. That should get tongues wagging and everybody on board. That's working, but not for every single coin. Every single coin's a low mintage now, and I've done a video asking what you think is a low mintage and is it good enough. What we're then having is a situation where dealers are not shifting as many collector coins as they would like. Now, I've mentioned before, you go to any dealer, Atmex, if they were to take that approach with all of the coins in their inventory, they'd be closed within a week, i.e. it's a low mintage, we're going to whack the price up. If anything, they get egg in their face and have to bring the price back down once there's absolutely no demand for it. What I currently see is, from these guys, the guys that do the Rwandan coins, Perth Mint could come up, I'd say this entire year, they could bring out a new cat coin, a new dog coin, a new moon coin, slap, for instance, a 25k mintage on it. And I could tell you straight off the bat without a crystal ball what's going to happen. If Atmex are first get their dabs on it because they're the biggest dealers worldwide, you're going to have a situation where they put the coin for a certain price at X, Y, and Z, I don't know, $25 or $20. And we're talking minutes, that coin's going to increase in price, and then you're in the $30 range. And this is a 1 ounce coin here, BU or proof. That's the situation that's leaving a lot of people salty, because they're seizing upon the chance, and it's business in the end of the day. They can justify that any way they want to do that. It's only affecting individuals that really want to flip or purchase in bulk, those that want to buy the coin because they like it and they only want one of the coins. I'm sure that price increase on the one coin ain't going to really kill them. We're getting the same scenarios in Europe now. If we're getting the same coins, let's take this coin for instance. What you're going to find in Europe is they're going to do the same thing, but if we get the coin on second, the new tactics over in Europe is you'll find dealers, we've all seen this before, having the coin up for a pretty decent price. So they do put a price on there, but you'll need to leave your name and address for in the email section, and then you're to be notified once the coin becomes available. And lo and behold, the coin seems to be creeping up in price while you still need to do that. And then a lot of the bigger dealers in Europe now have just capped the amount you can purchase, which I find ludicrous, because if you think about it, once again, they're not doing this on all the other coins, and they're not doing this for the love of that one collector that couldn't get the coin last time. It's strictly business. They'll tell you that. It's not love or concern for the poor little, hardcore collector that couldn't get the giraffe coin last time. So they're doing it so they can drag it out, and if anything, they're doing you a favor when they increase the price each time, but only limited to 2 coins now. It's been as low as it started at 20, but a majority of the dealers now are limiting them to 2 coins per customer. Now, with those steps being taken in Europe and in America, the price is being whacked straight up. I just see it as a dead game now for flippers. It's nowhere near where it used to be. Once upon a time, you could pick up half-ounce lunar coins, 1 ounce lunar coins, and if you chose to flip, you could flip. If you chose to hold on to, they would really appreciate in value. The whole entire market has really been dented for the quick time flippers. Now for me, it's not an end game situation, because I've always mentioned what my stack structure priority was. That was to get into these coins. Now a lot of individuals normally message me stating how buying these fancy images and designs ain't really what it's all about, and we're fools and the likes of. But I've always said I use these specific coins to help aid me purchase normal bullion grade coins. And if you're stacking for the zombie doomsday apocalypse, between now and then, you can really take advantage of these coins to increase that stack. And that's what I've always mentioned was my main priority. I use these to fund more of the bullion coins. So I sell my high premium silver coins, whether it be this kookaburra that I'm able to sell and purchase 2 or 3 normal bullion ounces, and it's worked fantastically. Now this is what I'm saying is dead right now for the flipper. If you had that model, some people take the proceeds and spend it on whatever. For me, I always kept selling metals to purchase more metals. What I currently see when I'm getting questions about the emus and other coins, they're good. If you're going to ask me if the coins are good, I do think they're good. I do think what the Perth Mint are doing is fantastic, bringing out these coins, keeping things fresh and alive. But if you're asking if you're going to purchase it and what do I think about the resale at a later date, I think just a lot of the distaste that the dealers are then taking, one, has put a lot of people off. I think they fail to understand. Well, they do know, because business ain't the same. All dealers are feeling the pinch. I can guarantee you that. What they don't know is that their business sense is going to push the customer further and further away if they haven't already done that. No one wants to be here. I get more messages now about which crypto coins and crypto related talk, or individuals wanting to sell certain coins, than I do about, these collector pieces and what I think of them. I still think certain coins stand a very good chance and are fantastic. And believe it or not, it's what I'm holding right here. These Rwandan pieces, as they are fresh and new. Now I've always been on the silver proof and the gold BU, so I know we've got the Rwandan gate. So people always ask me which ones. I still think these do fantastic and hold their value, because they haven't really sold out to the tactics of really oversaturating, bringing out fractional size and the like. So once again, great for the mint, not so good for those holding them. Even if you're just an avid collector and you've got one of the gold pieces at a mintage of 100, it's just phenomenal. The price has increased beautifully. But when we're looking at something like the Perth Mint, what we're getting now is when they bring the second version of this coin out, I'm holding the Dragon Phoenix or the Phoenix Tiger or whatever, I can tell you, we all know what's going to happen. It's going to be a feed and frenzy, and then people are going to be complaining about the price ATMEX are doing them for. Europe's going to get them straight off the bat with their dead stock that they've been having, and individuals not really too interested are going to limit them to 2 per customer. 20 if you're lucky. Leave your name and email address here, you'll be contacted, and yada yada yada, and so on and so on. It's never been like that in the past when coins were flipping and moving beautifully. I just feel if they wanted individuals to get back into metals, they should make it more appealing and better. Yes, I don't know, open up, maybe the mint themselves, Perth Mint, could distribute to everybody at the same time. We've had the situation where we get coins where they start off at 500 or 300,000, and those ain't really appealing to individuals no more. Like I said, the small, low mintage is the new thing. So where I think we go from here for the flipper is, what I've been doing as of recent is that obviously I've been purchasing a lot in the past. I've found that dipping back into my stock now, whether it be these coins or even some of the Queen's Beast Lion, for instance, and these are coins that was purchased at the time with an unlimited mintage, but have gone on to do great things. I'm using those now, and I've got a load of large potential trades in the background. It's interesting really, because whereas before I was able to approach a dealer and maybe trade out, for instance, the silver 2-ounce lions for another strong collector coin, a lot of dealers are more on edge now as trading a collector for collector. But if I wanted to trade out the 2-ounce lions for more weight in silver, for instance, normal Britannias, I've had dealers, whereas there was more cold, once I've approached them and mentioned it was mainly be for a government bullion coin, they've been a lot more receptive and more eager to do that trade. So moving forward, I would say if anybody was interested, if you still are somewhat of a flipper, you should look into some of the stock that you do have, if it's the older Perth Mint Lunar coins, or even some of these Kookaburra coins. When we're looking at the Kookaburra coins, I'll just break down a few coins. Moving forward, I don't really see a lot from the Kookaburra series in general. It's smart that the Perth Mint has brought out a load of new coins. I mean, you've got, this was a last crowd favorite, and then you got the 2008. The great thing about the 2008, it had one of the infamous last 2-ounce pieces to it, which is fantastic, and it didn't suffer from the privy pimping that a lot of the new coins have suffered from. Now this is damn near 10 years old, and depending on where you are on the planet, it goes for extremely high premiums or, you know, above average, nice, decent premiums. I would say you're better off aiming for the older ones. It's always been the motto. If you can find the older ones for better prices, then by all means go ahead with it. Looking forward, all you're doing with the new designs is you're getting the same large mintage, which is a turner for a lot of people now, as low mintage is the thing. But then what you're also getting is a privy, like 10 different variations in privies, which has absolutely murdered the scene, if you're asking me. So moving forward, we're going to get the 2018 or 2019 privy out this year. I really couldn't care less what it looks like. It could look better than this and the 2008. I know in terms of bringing back any type of profits at a later date, I'm not going to bother, because it's going to be oversaturated. So it's pointless looking at what the original mintage or would be. I believe it's 300,000, because you're then going to get, I don't know, 1,000 of that privy, 5,000 of this privy, and so on, which just kills the market for me. That's just on the Kookaburras moving forward for me. When we're talking about the Perth Mint Lunar series, once again, we're at the tail end now. I believe it ends this year. We've got left the pig. They're doing good, but not great. You know, for individuals that's completing sets or like them, fantastic view. For a flipper like myself, as the conversation is flipping dead, it's not the best coin at all. You know, we still had the 3 coins proof series and the 2 coin proof series, and you know, they're not doing as fantastic as they were. And Perth don't seem to be dropping the ball with the you know, the boo-boos on the low mintage coins. But I know there was some issues with the dogs early in the day, so I'm not sure if the final mintage has been released to date, but I need to go check up and see whether they've done any boo-boos on that. But nothing special there either. With a lot of, I'll class them under all of them the same. So you got their new 25k mintage or 30k mintage coins upcoming this year for 2018. I'm not expecting, well, they could be fantastic, but I know what we're going to get in terms of the frenzy and just the outright just you know, shady tactics from the dealers, so I'm not going to be participating. Once again, whether it's the Dragon Phoenix, the new Emu, the Cat, the Moon, the Dog coin, you can count me out for all of the frenziness. Queen Beast coins are good coins, you know. For me, a capital gains tax coin. The premiums are decent on new ones that come out. Unlimited mintage, but they seem to be holding very well, especially the first one, as I mentioned. So for me, I'm still on board with them. But moving forward, we've got the Rwandan coins. Once again, the issue with that is the shady dealer tactics. I understand the Dog and even this coin, some of the dealers are going for ridiculous money. Now, they don't need to do that, but they've chosen to do it. So once again, I feel like the dealers are just ruining it, because even your avid, you know, serious collector, purchasing at that price just doesn't make no sense whatsoever. You've got the rooster, and then you've got the giraffe from their wildlife series. These are still available in plenty, so it just goes to show it's all about the new coins that are causing all the hype, whereas the old ones gladly, easily held their price and going and selling for decent prices. So moving forward, if I was to answer the question, is flipping dead? I would say most definitely. What you're doing this year, if you're looking for a coin and you're expecting to sell it for a profit, I would say it's going to be tricky, really. You've got to really pick the coin. I mean, individuals have contacted me in the past with every coin conceivable. You know, this is going to be it. The mintage is this, the mintage is that. I've never said I dislike the coin. I've just said, look, you can take a look at some of these other ones that was doing fantastic things. You know, everyone loved this coin. I purchased 500 of these damn near. Do I regret purchasing 500? Yes, maybe, of this specific coin. I have 500 of these. Fantastic purchase. You know, I've got some real good trades coming up if I decide to do a lot of these. And these. This wasn't so good. You know, now we can see a lot of the privy pimping taking place. But it is what it is. Maybe if I've got 12 years to wait, we can see if I can start getting some more premiums for this. It took damn near 10 years for this one. This is a favourite, a crowd favourite, to really take off, but you know, you can still find it for average prices. So just moving forward, for individuals flipping, it's just something to take on board. So what do you feel? Is flipping dead, or do you still believe it's there? Would you never a flipper? Do you hate flippers? Do you once again still think all these pretty fancy coins are pointless? It's all about stacking weight, because when the Mad Max Doomsday comes, no one's going to care about a dragon and a phoenix or a kookaburra. It's going to purely be about barter. How are you going to brush your teeth with a bloody kookaburra coin? And the likes of. So it'd be fantastic to hear what you guys think about flipping. Do you think it's dead, or do you think there's still fantastic opportunities if you strike really fast when the coins come out? Well, I don't believe that's the case, but you know, it's once upon a time, everything moves in phases and cycles. I just think a lot of the collector coins now, and the collector coin market is gone. You know, individuals are looking at other things, virtual things, for those quick gains and flips and, you know, profits to be made. And when they come back in, they either go for bullion, wait to lock in some gains or anything else. But you know, it's still there. Like I said, if you're just a pure hardcore collector and you just want one of the coins, you got to pick of the litter, really, you know, because a lot of the flippers have flipped off. But it'd be fantastic to know what you guys think about it. So hey, or love it, guys. It'd be great to know what you think of this video. Don't forget to come ahead and follow me on the links that I left in the description. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.